Hey guys, I'm back with the eye makeup of the last look I posted as promised. So this is a detailed eyeshadow tutorial of the last look I posted. Guys, it's Judith. And if you're not subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe to my channel. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for joining me today. First, we have to set the brow bone. I already did the brows off camera. I have a different video for that. Set the brow bone with her powder shade or a shade slightly lighter. And this is the eyeshadow palette I used. And the eyeshadow I marked are the eyeshadows I used in this video. So I used my classic lip stain in Thunder as an eyeshadow base because I want a dark base. So if you're going for a dark base, it's better to, if you're going for like a dark eyeshadow, it's better to use like a dark base. It's going to help you achieve that better. So because this lip stain is matte, I have to blend properly, take my time to blend. And because I already applied on the two sides of the, on the two eyes, on the two eyelid, I had to like blend that together so this one doesn't dry up and leave the other one. So I start to transition first with my, this is like a shade of purple, but it looks like pink and it also looks like red. But from the eyeshadow palette, it looks red, but from on the eyelid or the crease, it looks like pink, purple, or red, whichever one you want to call it. But I use this to transition and make sure it's well blended. I'm using this to blend out the demarcation where my lip stain, the one I use as the base, stopped, and the crease. So this is just going to give me like a very good blend. You need to blend this out properly to erase every demarcation. Then I went ahead with the light shade of orange into the crease just to give me like the orange shade in it. So just because the mixture of the orange and this, I just love the color it kind of gives me. So that's what I'm trying to achieve. So I make sure I blend that properly. You don't want to leave any demarcation. Then I started placing my brown eyeshadow because this is the brown base I want. I started placing it on the eyelid, trying to blend it into the crease, like into the pink stroke orange I applied earlier on the crease. So I'm just lightly blending that into the crease. I place it on the eyelid, that is the base for it, then took just the excesses to the crease just to blend that into it and erase any demarcation, because you don't want to have your eyeshadow on the crease different, the one on the lid different, and on the one on the outer corner of the eyes. You just want everything well blended. So I went into it with a darker shade of brown. I started from the outer corner of the eyes. I placed that there and tried to just blend that out properly. So as I'm blending, I'm trying to like smoke it out because I don't want the eyeshadow to just stop at a particular place. So I'm just trying to smoke it out like I'm doing here, just to give the face a lift. I love smoking out my eyeshadow though. Most of the time I do eyeshadow, I love smoking that out. So I use a clean brush to just blend the crease and the eyelid where it stopped. So I just have like, it's blending into each other, if that makes sense. So what I'm basically doing now is trying to make sure I don't have any demarcation. You don't see where any eyeshadow started from or where it stopped. Then I went ahead to smudge under her eyes with a brown eyeshadow. I used the one I used on the lid first, then went ahead with the same one I used on the outer corner of the eyes to just blend that out. If you're working with a dark eyeshadow, it's always advisable to smudge under the eyes. You should not miss this part. Trust me, if you miss this part, I don't know, but the eyes is going to be looking very weird. It's not going to, look uniform. So I did the same thing on the other eyes. Whatever you do here, you do here. Once you're doing an eyeshadow, whatever you do here, you do here. So I went in with my glitter glue, glitter stroke pigment glue. When I was done with everything, I placed it on the back of my palm and let it get tacky for a while before placing it on the eyeshadow, on the eyelid. So I just blend this in properly. Like I make sure it's all blended so I don't have any demarcation, like, because anyhow your base appears, that's how your eyeshadow is going to appear. So I use the eyeshadow from the palette I showed earlier on the lid. And when working with a shimmery eyeshadow, like a pigmented eyeshadow, you should use a flat brush. It's advisable to use a flat brush and a synthetic flat brush at that. So I'm just basically blending that in, like taking my time to blend that in, so it's just going to look even. Then I went ahead with a pigment on top of the eyelid. This time I didn't use a glue anymore because I don't want it looking too much. If you use a glue, it increases the intensity, but if you don't use a glue, it reduces the intensity. So I'm just using like a very dark shade. Okay, this is black I'm using now, just on the outer corner of the eyes to darken the outer corner of the eyes. When you do this, like, it just makes the eyes look really, really nice. So I did the same thing on this side. Remember, whatever you do here, and make sure you blend properly. When working with a black eyeshadow, just pick up and build up. So now I'm going into the eyes with this glitter. This is a classic glitter. This is the yellow classic glitter. I didn't use a glue again because I don't want it looking so much. I just want like a little dot on the eyelid. So I just use my fluffy brush to dust that excess fallout on the skin. Then went ahead with my Beyond Beauty gel liner to line the eyes. When lining the eyes, I like lifting the eyes up because I want like a very thin liner. And if I'm using my Beyond Beauty gel liner, I just bring it out, leave it at the back of my pan, let it get tacky a little before going with it into the lash line or into the waterline to line it. This way it's going to give me like a very matte finish. So it's just going to be very easy for me, and it reduces the risk of it smudging. So for the waterline, I'll just ask her to take her eyes, like look at the ceiling and go ahead to line her waterline using my powder puff to hold under her eyes so her eyes won't move. Then I do the same thing on the other side, and I'm taking it easy because she has contact lens on. If you don't take it easy and the gel liner kind of get into the eyes, it's just going to mess everything up and she's likely to start tearing. In most cases, they will start tearing because once you have contact lens on, it's just not easy. Then after doing that, I just try to wing it a little, just a little, because I'm going to be smudging that wing liner. So I just wing it a little. After winging this very tiny, I let it get tacky. I don't go directly on top of it to smudge it immediately. I let it get tacky, then I go into it with a very small brush just to smudge it. I take it easy. When I'm doing this, I take it easy. I just, blend it into the eyes, and when it's blended to my satisfaction, then I take it out and try to smoke the outer corner of the eyes, just like I'm doing here. So I'm just blending that into the eyes, and when it's blended to my satisfaction, I smoke it out. If you smoke it out immediately without blending it into the eyes, it's not going to look nice. It's just going to, the smoking will just be so much and it's going to mess everything up. Every part of the eyes will just be looking black, unless you're going for like an editorial look, but this is not the case. So I went ahead to use like a black eyeshadow to blend under the eyes because I just want it even and uniform with the outer corner of the eyes like I'm doing here. So I'm just smoking. This is the finished look of, this is the result of smoking the eyes. And I went ahead with my setting powder and the tip of my beauty blender to define the eyes like I'm doing here. I'm just basically defining the eyes right now and giving the face a lift. And I did the same thing on the other side. This step is really important because it just gives your face like a perfect lift and make your eyeshadow to turn out really nice. When I'm done doing this, I just went ahead to use mascara on her lashes before going into the false lashes. Here I'm using my Wing Beauty Instant Volume mascara. This is like my all-time favorite mascara. I use it all the time. Then I just went ahead to blend the outer corner of the eyes. Because whatever I do, I just like to blend. I just make sure everything is well blended. Then I went ahead to apply her false lashes. This lashes from Wink Lashes. That's like the only lashes I use because I love their lashes. Their lashes are so beautiful. And they have varieties that you can get for every eye type, every eye shape, every eye size. So you should check them out. They have really nice lashes. So I just place this and just let it sit on the eyes before using like my finger to just clip it together. So before I place my lashes, I tell the model or client to look down, then I just raise the lashes up and place it. I let it get tacky, then I went ahead to just use my hand to like clip it together. This way is going to seal into her original lashes. Like the false lashes and the original lashes is going to seal together and it will look like just one lashes. It doesn't look different. So after doing that, this is time to just take out excess fallout from her face, blend under her eyes. And guys, this is the finished look. I finished the look off camera, of course, and this is the finished look, guys. I hope you like it. Please subscribe to my channel if you're not yet subscribed. Give this video a very big thumbs up if you enjoy it, and turn on the post notification to my post, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.